Yes, another chance to prove my worth. This time I'll show them that I can do this. Thank you for summoning me, Master. For today I'll be your personal Huh. I can't get out of this, can I? Yep, figures. Well, I guess since I'm here, is it alright if I sit down for a second? Thanks. So, as you probably can already piece together, I'm a succubus. Why? Oh, yes, why didn't I? I can just see how that plays out. Hey, yo, chum, remember when we used to play together and how we would roughhouse together while you were roughhousing a young succubus? I can imagine how you react to that. Look, it's not something you can tell someone organically. Anyway, I'm not really the best when it comes to being a succubus anyway. Well, for starters, when people see me and are usually unhappy with the kind of succubus they get, they immediately cancel their contract. Well, yeah, I mean, being a succubus nowadays is a lot harder than it was last century. In a similar way of how the digital age destroyed a lot of retails, succubus industry just kind of became irrelevant. Hey, don't sweat it, these things happen. Like what? Oh, the sweaters, long johns, the glove. Well, it's February. So? Do you know how cold it gets being transported from one location to another in the middle of winter? No, it's my fault. Honestly, it's because of my hot temper that most of my contract gets terminated. That and being a tomboy doesn't help. I mean, tomboys are popular. In theory. In practice, however, no guy would find any real tomboy attractive. Someone who can bletch better than them, someone who can beat them at arm wrestling. Although being a succubus with strength of 100 men doesn't help. And someone who knows all the ranking of the football, baseball, hockey, and basketball teams more than them doesn't help. Thanks. I know that someone like me could never fulfill even one contract. How many? About girls. 144, okay? Huh? What have been my plans if I wasn't summoned? Well, I was going to marathon the Friday the 13th movies. Well, I go watching horror movies on Valentine's Day. Oh, by the way, weren't you gonna ask that girl out? What was her name? That's the one. Why didn't you go with her? I mean, you spent so much time making those Valentine's Day chocolate. She what? She laughed at you, but what about the chocolate? Those were pretty top of the line. They were worth 4 months of your allowance. If you'll excuse me for a moment, I need to go for a walk. Let me go. I just want to have a word with her is all. Come on, dude, this isn't right. Someone treating you like that is unthinkable. Unhand me. Alright, fine. You win. Could you let me down now? Please, dude. There's something I gotta say. Thank you for trusting me. So, I know this seems odd. It's just the thought of someone hurting you like that. It just makes my blood boils. Thanks. Not to get off topic, but why did you summon me? Lonely? I guess it makes sense. No date, no girlfriend to speak of. Although, if you were really that lonely, you could have just called me instead of summoning me. Okay, I'll give you that. Not knowing your friend is a succubus is a bit awkward. To top it off, finding out by summoning her is even rougher. But what? Cancel the contract. Why? Uncomfortable requests. What were you planning? Snuggling? Huggling? Hand-holding! Fingers locked! I wouldn't object to it, so as long as it's with you. This feels nice. What are you planning now? Okay. Where are you going with this, buddy? TV. What a little Netflix and chill. I meant watching a show or movie. God, get your head out of the gutter. Yeah, I know. Coming from a succubus, the irony is not unknown to me. South Park? Okay, I guess not the choice I would have made, but... Oh, I love that episode. It's so funny how South Park depicts a succubus when Chef marries one. Far from it. Although if you talk to one, they might be just as menacing. Before you ask, I thought this episode was really funny before I found out I was a succubus. I think the only one that is close to this girl is Miss Rivers. Look-wise, she's about as hot as Katrina Zeta-Jones, but underneath, oily Ermi. Man, is she scary when she's mad. Well, it's not a I'm going to beat you up to a pulp scary, more like I will break your spirit slowly and painfully scary. Yeah, remember that summer I went away? That was the summer I found out I was a succubus. With that, I began my training, trying to seduce the men in the world, make them fall to temptation, have them feel the pleasure of a woman, blah blah blah. I know it's so not my personality, however I don't mind men. Succubus have a bit of a love-hate relationship with men. Well, rumor has it the first succubus was created when a man fell for a woman, kind of like Chef here. Only different was that he married another woman. Her heart was full of rage that she vowed to destroy mankind from the inside out. No, the whole singing thing is a myth. That's more of a siren thing. Still a good episode, though. Oh, wait, well, it seemed promising. I was being more developed as a woman, and all the ladies were saying how I was going into being a great succubus, then... my losing streak began. Don't get me wrong, all the women there were really supportive. The first one, they were all saying, don't worry, hon. No one does well with their first contract. Then, after the 50th time, many of them still showed support. Thanks. That's what many of them did. I know that there were some things I couldn't do. More their laws and not yours. I knew there had to be something wrong with me. Well, stuff like don't force yourself to a contract, no blackmailing a contract. Humans have to choose of their free will to do so. So, you know, some standard voicing contracts and all. Not really. I'll admit there was one thing they teased me over. Believe it or not, I don't like using purse, so I still use a wallet. They found it and your picture. Some theories that maybe the reason all the contract fail is because you know, what? Let's answer another question. I mean, you might as well. Well, before we're summoned, there was usually a 30-minute warning. A sharp pain goes in our ear, more for our benefit to get ready. Long story short, there have been more instances where we were summoned immediately. It led to some issue. Let's just leave it at that. So, as a compromise, we were given a 30-minute warning so we can get our things done and figure it out. Yeah, the unions definitely had a few days setting up those rules. Well, we have a union, we're not that heartless. That being said, there is a possibility that I might no longer be a succubus. Well, with so many failed contracts, and you being the only one to not cancel, I might lose the ability of being a succubus. You know, the ability to subdue men, the ability to talk really, really hot. There's a possibility that I might lose it to my one true love and become just a normal woman. Hey, I'm serious! Admittedly, there are some other hiccups, but it has happened. It might be you. I know it's weird, but when the other succubus apprehended my wallet, there was only a picture of you. And they were all like, Ada, is this your boyfriend? I was so flustered I snatched my wallet from them and told them it wasn't any of their business. They teased me a little, but it was all in jest. They really do care about me. They tried to pin me up with some potential suitors, all in vain though. One of them simply stated that maybe that boy is your one true love. I didn't want to humor the idea because that means I might lose something very valuable to me. Your friendship. I thought of you losing my friend only over something so lame. And something so dumb. It scares me. I know this is lame and cliche, but you were the only person back then to accept me, inside and out. With this new succubus look, I was afraid that if I confessed to you, you wouldn't want to ever see me again. Really? You mean it? Friday the 13th? Oh, buddy! Oh. Sorry, it's just we're holding hands with fingers interlocked. Best day ever. Oh, and what's that? Girlfriend. Me. My tail? And my horns? Does this mean? Well, I guess it's true then. I love you, bestie. Oh, wait. Don't want to miss the first kill. What? It's a classic. Anyways, if my mom asks, I'm doing some succubus training. Well, I'm not brave enough to tell her that I lost my powers. Anyway, happy Valentine's Day, bestie.